Hi, and welcome to our webinar to introduce you to PhotonX and Vacuum Technologies 2021, which is an exhibition and conference taking place in Glasgow the 28th to the 30th of September this year. My name is Matthew Peach. I'm the editor-in-chief of optics.org, which is the media partner for the event. And I'd like to introduce you to Simon Andrews, who is the Executive Director of the Fraunhofer CAP in Glasgow, who will be presenting and exhibiting at the event. So Simon, welcome to this webinar, and I would like to start off with an introduction from yourself about what your involvement is with the event and what your organisation is doing.
Thanks very much, Matthew. Yes, really looking forward to it. So I look after Fraunhofer UK, and we have one Fraunhofer Research Centre in the UK, in Glasgow, so a local event for us, which is nice. The Fraunhofer CAP is neither university nor industry. You can think of it as being bolted onto the side of Strathclyde University, but our own staff and our own labs work with industry on their challenging photonics problems, next generation lasers, laser systems, and quantum technologies. So for PhotonX 2021, that would be great to be along there. I'm working with SPIE as a conference chair, but we'll be exhibiting, of course. Hopefully get some nice hardware down there. I'll be giving a talk on the uses of photonics towards net zero. My colleague Henry Buckie will be speaking in particular about wind LiDAR. And yeah, there's always a great range of talks to go along and see, and lots of collaborators and customers and people in the supply chain for us to get around very quickly and make very good use of the time there.
Okay, well, thanks for that. We're looking forward to getting back to an in-person event. The exhibition and conference PhotonX has been going for many years, and a lot of you listening and watching will have been to events previously in Coventry or Birmingham, perhaps. In 2020, of course, it has been suspended for the pandemic, unfortunately. And over the past 18 months or so, the event has now become one of the SPIE events, the Society for Photonics and Instrumentation Engineers. And this is partly why we have a sort of rebooted event, which is now going to alternate between Glasgow and Birmingham. And fortunately for Simon and his team, the location of Glasgow is where he is based normally. So perhaps you could tell us a little bit, Simon, about your previous involvement with PhotonX and how you think the events evolved, and we can also then look at why people should come and attend.
Yeah, well, I guess I've been to PhotonX for maybe 15, 16 years now, and it continues to get bigger and stronger. There's been more of a conference and talks element added to it over the years, and that's only been strengthened by SPIE's involvement. It's always been the biggest annual laser show in the UK, so it's always been the place for us to go. And to meet both our suppliers and our customers. I started going when I worked for Strathclyde in the Institute of Photonics, and then since 2012 with Fraunhofer. So yeah, it's a great, very friendly community. Great to get along there. And I think this is the first year it's been in Glasgow, and we're expecting every second year to alternate between Glasgow and Birmingham. So a little bit difficult coming back after COVID, but maybe a good first step, getting it going in Glasgow this year, and then looking forward to what happens in subsequent years.
Yes, and I believe this year, besides PhotonX, the exhibition and the conference, and the associated Vacuum Technologies exhibition and conference, there are a few other things happening that people might be interested in if they make the effort to come to Glasgow. What else are they likely to be able to see while they're here at the end of September 28th to 30th?
So there's a space and satellite SPIE event simultaneous with PhotonX, so that would be great for those of us who are also interested in space to make really good use of the time. A little preview for some people perhaps who are interested in COP26, which is in Glasgow just a couple of months afterwards. We also have got into a habit of the Photonics Leadership Group, making sure one of the meetings each year is concurrent with PhotonX. So there's always a very healthy attendance from the CEOs and CTOs of all the major optics and photonics companies there. So looking forward to that as well.
I think it's fair to say that Glasgow is really growing in importance as a photonics hub for a number of reasons, for its academic foundations in the various universities around the city and the greater Glasgow area, and an increasing number of important companies around Glasgow in the photonics field. And I guess quite a few of these institutions and companies will be taking part in the event.
Yeah, that's right, Matthew. We're very lucky here that Glasgow, Strathclyde, Heriot-Watt, St Andrews, Edinburgh, the university base is terrific, and I think it's the high quality graduates that have anchored the companies. A lot of the companies are foreign headquartered, and they like Central Scotland because the talent pool is there. So many of the familiar suspects of Coherent Scotland and M2 Lasers, I'm sure, will be there. But some of the younger companies as well, Unique Lasers, Chromacity, Photon Force, Detector Company, I'm sure they'll be along in good numbers. There really is quite a vibrant scene, as well as the larger defence integrators, Thales and Leonardo in Central Scotland, who employ so many optical experts. Yeah, there's a real strength in both in the cluster, in both the academic and the industrial side. Photonics Scotland put out a vision paper not too long ago, expecting the sector to treble in size by 2030. So there's great ambition in Central Scotland in photonics, yeah, as well as a very warm one.
That's great to hear. I believe as well on your booth, part of the PhotonX and Vacuum Technologies exhibition, people who visit will have an opportunity to see some exclusive developments which are moving towards commercialization, I understand. So perhaps you can tell us about one or two of the things they will see on the Fraunhofer CAP booth.
That's right, yeah. We'll make best opportunity to get some hardware down there. Maybe some wind LiDAR equipment that would be great. Some of the modules and subsystems from Quantum Technologies, maybe even cold atom trapping on the stand. But I'm particularly proud of the urinary tract infection system that we've put together in life science, where one of my colleagues, Dr. Mark Scullion, had a fantastic idea, and with NHS England, we got funding with commercialization partners in vitro diagnostics, and I put together a terrific system which would let a patient know whether or not they had a urinary tract infection, but also which of the 3 major families of pharmaceuticals would be the right one to treat their particular infection, rather than have the doctor make their best guess and have to go back after a few days to get a different prescription. With antimicrobial resistance being such a huge issue, we need to be diagnosing on the back of proper diagnostic tests, and we're hoping this will be a big step towards that, as it's such a huge issue. About 80%, I think, of GP infection referrals are UTIs. So anyway, a variety of lovely equipment I hope to show at the exhibition.
Well, that sounds very interesting, and I think it's exciting to be able to inform people ahead of the event that they will see some exclusive new demonstrations and developments, which we can see beyond just the list of the program of speakers and products which have been in circulation for a while. So the PhotonX and Vacuum Technologies is a good opportunity to see some brand new stuff which will be on the market perhaps in a year or two afterwards. So that's exciting. And of course, besides the actual materials we can see and conferences that we can attend, the exciting thing for all of us in the industry is that PhotonX and Vacuum Technologies 21 will be an opportunity to actually get back in person and meet people and have those kind of interactions, which are very difficult to simulate over this type of virtual conference. So I guess you're hoping you can catch up with some old friends and hear the chat about the industry and benefit from that kind of informal interaction, which is very beneficial for the progress of industry and academia.
Absolutely, the sheer efficiency of getting around the very friendly community and seeing what's new, what everyone else is up to, but then having those what-if conversations that lead to exciting new projects. Well, once technical people start to see what's going on, the ideas flow and the opportunities come through, and sometimes the little things that maybe aren't worth making an appointment for a meeting, just those little chance conversations. Yeah, it's really terrific to get everyone together, and we're all looking forward to it. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time today. We are looking forward very much to meeting up with Simon and the whole panel of conference presenters and exhibitors in Glasgow at the SEC at the end of September. There will be more information about this on the SPIE website and the optics.org website, and I also presume on the Fraunhofer CAP website. And just to remind you once again, my name is Matthew Peach. I'm the editor of optics.org, which is published by SPIE, the organizer of this event. We look forward to seeing you in person, hopefully, at the end of September. And thanks for your attention.